Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream, and welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and Lightfall Season of the Deep intel. And today, once again, is Friday, so we have our Friday weekly update. XUR has returned, as well as Trials of Osiris this week, so I'm going to give you a rundown on those two things, as well as all the other farms that you can do heading into the weekend. And there are some really good ones, and there's some actually amazing new loot available through Trials of Osiris. But first, today, XUR can be found in the Watcher's Grave on Nessus in the big tree. And he is selling some really good PvP loot. This is kind of a PvP week. I'll cover why as we go through the video, but let's start off with some excellent PvP loot. Graviton Lance is actually, I think, really good right now in PvP. I'll have to try it out. This was sort of my go-to weapon in like vanilla Destiny 2, just because it kind of seemed a little bit more like a sniper rifle back then when we didn't actually have special sniper rifles. Some people don't even know what I'm talking about. But in any case, pick this up if you don't have it. It's really good with void builds for PvE as well. We have the Orpheus rig for the Titan class, or excuse me, for the Hunter class, with a 63 roll. Sort of an even distribution, not a standout of any kind, but pick it up if you don't have it. We have the Crest of Alpha Lupi with a 67 roll, incredibly high. Definitely get it if you don't for the Titan class. More orbs from supers, can't go wrong. Maybe doesn't fit into the meta at the moment, but really high roll and actually a pretty good distribution. And then we have the Claws of Ahamkara for the Warlock with the 65 roll. Pick it up if you don't have it. The strength is sort of wasted, but also plays well with, I think, certain Solar 3.0 builds when you're trying to do the snappy snaps for the fiery burny thingies. People who play Warlock know what I'm talking about. 65, can't go wrong. For legendary weapons, we have some good stuff. We have the Cold Denial with Sympathetic Arsenal and Zen Moment. We have the Tears of Contrition with Extrovert Mulligan and Triple Tap, excuse me. We have Brass Attacks with Wellspring and Surplus. I always recommend taking a look at this when you actually do see it come in any inventory, whether it be XUR or Banshee, just because the aim assist on this weapon is absolutely incredible. This one has a reload speed masterwork, but it comes with Wellspring, Surplus. Probably not the best. Full bore, that's not bad. But even just at a standard roll, just kind of an offbeat roll, it's still so good in PvP just because of the aim assist. We have the Kerenstein Coordinate, which is my like go-to special weapon. I have one with the God Roll Vorpal Lead from Gold with a charge time masterwork, I believe. Yes, I do. So this one's not as good, but well, yeah, you can probably skip on this. Under Pressure, Swashbuckler. Can't really see a need necessarily to pick this up. What's the masterwork on it? It's a reload speed masterwork. Yeah, you can skip this one, though it does have accelerated coils. That's not terrible. We have the 7th Seraph Shotgun with Lead from Gold and Shield Disorient. Skip on that. We have the Threaded Needle with Rangefinder and Demonologist. Not as good as the Threaded Needle roll I think we had a couple of weeks ago, but maybe pick it up. This one has full bore. Never know when these are going to be good again. And then we have the Gnawing Hunger with Zen Moment and Rampage. Definitely pick this up if you're looking for a really good 600 RPM auto rifle for PvP. You got Rampage, Zen Moment, steady rounds, accurized rounds, full bore with a stability masterwork. This will shred in most Crucible matches. Maybe not in like Trials of Osiris, but general PvP, it's going to kill. For the legendary armor, very high rolls across the board, though nothing as far as distribution as far as the Warlock goes that I would recommend getting, though the Titan had a pretty incredible roll on several sets of the armor, but one was a 67 with a really good distribution, and kind of the same thing for the Hunter. There was one standout piece of armor that had a 67 roll with a very good distribution. So if you're on the Hunter or Titan, maybe leave a comment down below just to say exactly what the standout was. I remember there was one, but I can't remember if it was the gauntlets or the boosts or the chests. But in any case, definitely go check out XUR on all 3 classes, or if you're on a Titan or a Hunter, some good stuff for you today. Over on the exotic weapons page, we have the Dead Man's Tail with 4th times the charm. And hand-laid stock, light mag. Nothing really great there. We have a HAWKMOON, though, with Killing Wind. That's not bad. Combat grip, can't go wrong. Killing Wind, ally magazine, fluted barrel. This one is, I would say, a good 8 out of 10 HAWKMOON for PvP. So pick that up if you don't have it. Remember, also get an exotic cipher if you haven't maxed out your 5. I have to go use them. And that's going to be it for XUR today. So if you were only here for XUR information, I'm going to move on now to trials as well as the other farms that you could use heading into the weekend. The trials map for this week is the Burnout. Can't remember exactly what the meta that plays on that particular map is, but I also believe for the very first time we have the glaive available in its adept version. We'll head over to the tower really quick. We'll also check out Banshee 44 and head over to Saint 14. Just because I can't remember exactly the name of that glaive, but the new Trials glaive. And I will say, I did check out the possible rolls that you can get on this weapon, and there is a ton on the adept version especially that are really, really good for PvE, actually. It can roll with Vorpal. It can also roll with Volt Shot on a different perk stat. It can also roll with, what was the other one? Something really incredible. I can't remember exactly, but the fact that you could have a couple of them comboed with Vorpal really got my attention. And it also had the Tempered Truss Rod for the haft. So about as fast as you can actually fire. Oh, I don't remember the exact name of the perk, but it was a 30% damage boost to glaive melee damage after you actually hit a glaive weapons shot. So as soon as you landed a actual shot on an enemy, you got a 30% melee boost to the glaive. Can't remember the name of that perk. Banshee 44 has a firefight with Osmosis, Hipfire Grip, and Extrovert. Remember, this is also a deep sight activation weapon, so pick it up if you just want to craft. We have a Nezarac's Whisper with Vorpal. Hey, awesome. Demonologist and Extrovert. What's the haft on this one? Do we have? We do. Tempered Truss Rod. This is also a deep sight activation weapon. Definitely pick this up. It's a god roll on this particular glaive. We have the Aikilos Hand Cannon, another deep sight activation weapon with active munitions, stats for all, Rasputin's Arsenal. We have Full Bore with a range masterwork. That's cool. We have a Tarantula with Snapshot Sight and Firmly Planted. And we have a, I don't know the name of this weapon, but it's a, can't pronounce it. It's a strand weapon with Keep Away, One for All, and Suros Energy. Tell me in the comments, how do you actually pronounce this? Glazando? I don't know. That's how I would say it. It's probably completely wrong. This actually has a really good bunch of stuff, though. We have Ricochet rounds. We have armor piercing rounds. We have Keep Away, One for All, and Suros Energy. Wish it was a different masterwork, but I don't think I've seen this for sale. So just for the fact that it's a little unique, maybe pick this up. And remember, all of these rolls will also rotate approximately 7 hours from reset. So for me, it's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You do the math and figure it out where it is for you. But the weapons will stay the same. All the rolls will change. Head over to Saint 14 really quick. Actually, before we do, just because I'm sure some people are curious, today's legendary Lost Sector is over in the Dreaming City, and it is awarding exotic head armor, and this is a fairly quick legendary Lost Sector. One of the quickest. Certainly one of my favorites to farm when it's in the Dreaming City. I know a lot of people prefer the Chamber of Starlight, but I'm actually not as big a fan as Aphion's Rest. So check that out if you're looking for some exotic head armor. There's some good stuff, especially in the current meta for exotic head armor. Verity's Brow, Nizarak's Sin, or Fellwinter's Helm are also still kind of broken, I think, for Void builds. This one especially. There's also that new Warlock exotic, as well as L'Oreal's Splendor, I think, is still also very broken for the Titans. Remember, the Trials map is Burnout, if you forgot from before. We have the Messenger at rank 10. And the Unexpected Resurgence, that was the name that I couldn't remember, for the Glaive. And like I said, this can come with some very interesting rolls. So though it might not be, or seems like somewhat of an odd reward for Trials of Osiris, definitely think about trying to get your hands on one of these just because of the possible rolls that you can for PvE. Maybe not PvP. I can't really see a reason to use it, but PvE especially, I think this will actually be pretty S tier. And the last thing I kind of wanted to cover, and sort of to round out the whole, it being sort of a Crucible week, is it's double ranks for Crucible. And if you play Rumble, I did talk about this in my last video a little bit. Rumble is currently broken at the moment, and it is actually awarding you double the double. So you're getting 4 times Crucible ranks for every Rumble match completion. You can complete a Rumble match in about 7 to 8 minutes. So it's one of the fastest loot farms currently this week. If you are playing Trials of Osiris, remember you can also take advantage of that double rewards or double rank boost. And that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching, as always. And I couldn't finish today if I didn't tell you that it was my birthday, oddly enough. Happens once a year. It's got to land on a day, and it landed on a Friday. So if you've watched till this point in the video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe as always. But also, you could leave a hashtag happy birthday, I guess. Or a hashtag Lightfall. Or a hashtag XUR in the comments section down below. Maybe a XUR birthday. That would be fun. Then it'll throw everybody else off. But appreciate you all being here as always. And once more, I'm Wilhelm Scream. Of course, we will see you next time.